A warm welcome to Mr. Rodrigo Pastelera, President of the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines, IIEE, Engineer Alan Anthony P. Alvarez, the Vice President of the External Affairs and Director of the Exhibit Bureau, members of the IIEE, and fellow participants. It is indeed a great honor to be invited to speak in this prestigious Institute of the Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines, IIEE, virtual 45th Annual National Convention and v3EXPO 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic has certainly changed the world and how we do things, be it businesses, or be it for family, or be it for the country as well. Everything has certainly changed. Who could have imagined the advancement in technology and mobilization of workers out of the country, for example, for businesses, which has always brought us closer to each other, is now halted. Airlines have stopped flying, traveling is restricted, and healthcare suffers, and we have lived in the lockdown situation for almost coming to a year now. And we are also unsure till when we will need to live with this situation. At our workplace, we are experiencing a new normal, and we suddenly are in the advancement of digital transformation at workplace for the new normal situation. We used to believe face-to-face meetings is the best way to solve issues and problems. We are always required to be at site to solve site coordination issues, but now we are no longer able to do that in that mode of operation. All of us, including you and me, are entering into a new normal. A new normal lifestyle, even though that we understand that the vaccine are to be discovered in the coming months. This new norm of avoiding big and crowded meeting areas and also practicing social distancing makes meeting with physical presence not possible anymore. Now, companies today are utilizing digital transformation via video conference call and also online collaboration tools software such as Microsoft Teams, Zoom, webinars, Skype, and many, many others. This has provided a new platform to us, especially the engineers. Now, meetings could now even be saved from traveling time, and at some point, engineers are also able to provide amendments to drawings and documents immediately during the meeting, compared to yesteryears, where drawings and documents are to be amended when they get back to their offices. The use of building information modeling BIM tools such as Rapid, Bentley software has also took off faster than it could compared to a few years back. Now, design works can be actually visualized and coordinated in dynamic 3D illustration instead of over an imagination via a two-dimensional paper drawing. As engineers are unable to be at the construction site, and BIM provides the visualization to engineers and to the contractors as well. Site supervision works could also be carried out via online video streaming of the site conditions, and any site-related issues can be solved via video streaming as well. Now, physical presence is no longer ever required. Ladies and gentlemen, contracts and business deals are also now moving towards virtual agreement as well. Now, digital signature or encryption technology are now commonly used to ensure a safer way for secure document agreements. Even tender processes in the engineering contracts are also moving towards e-bidding, where bidders could now bid projects via an online platform. Ladies and gentlemen, and at university level as well, students are now using e-learning, and labs are now transformed into virtual labs. Examinations are now online, and assignments are placed onto website as well. Now, at the recent ASEAN Education Ministers Conference, the ASEAN Education Ministers actually shared their experiences in integrating technology in education, and even pledged to improve the resilience of ASEAN education systems at this conference on the digital transformation on education systems throughout ASEAN. Now, I just picked, the ministers also concluded in the conference by agreeing in principle to have a joint statement that expresses their collective commitment to promote access to digital technologies as well as digital literacy and transferable skills, all through digital transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, digital transformation in the workplace is enormous, like I mentioned just now, and at a very fast pace. However, it would be a precaution and also measures to be taken to ensure online platform is not manipulated by certain parties for their own benefits. Hence, it is also time to look at practicing good online ethics, and perhaps engineering ethics we learn should also be transformed to engineering online ethics for engineers. And having a good code of conduct for engineers online as well should be considered. Ladies and gentlemen, digital transformation during the COVID-19 pandemic has also transformed the way mobility of engineers around the world. Before the pandemic, the mobility is by physical presence of engineers in the other countries. But now, the mobility of engineers is still possible, but without the physical presence. Now, if you could remember, under the World Trade Organization, under the General Agreement on Trade Services, GATS, has actually identified 4 modes of supply of services, namely cross-border trade, consumption abroad, commercial presence, as well as the move of natural persons. Now, in this instance, mobility during this pandemic as well as future could be by the way of trading of goods via online platform or trading of services via emails, and as well as discussions via the online tools. Now, in ASEAN Engineering Register itself, AER, mobility has also been switched, as well as to having webinars for engineers via online platform. Now, this could not be a preferred way of seminar before the pandemic, but it is now a norm. And engineers, not only in the country, but outside the country, could also participate in the events held by AER or other seminars as well. AER has also embarked on the virtual business matching, and thus allowing members for each country to pitch for their businesses via online platform, and without even need to be present in the country itself. Even the meetings of AER has now turned virtually, and hence more meetings could be organized, and thus more fruitful policies and decisions could be made online, and in return, helping to charter a better path for ASEAN engineers. Ladies and gentlemen, digital transformation is certainly changing the way of working culture. From the communication point of view, from the business point of view, as well as the training and capacity building of engineers. Now, statistics have shown by 2030, ASEAN will be the 4th largest economy in the world, with a forecasted population of 720 million and an expected GDP of $7 trillion US. And certainly, digital transformation is one of the best trends for ASEAN, and engineering field is set to prosper and grow sustainably. Last but not least, I once again would like to wish this inaugural virtual 45th Annual National Convention and v3EXPO 2020 will be a success, and at the same time, to be the platform for engineers to showcase the digital transformation of engineers. With that, thank you very much, and see you again.